Welcome to today's AI Radio.
Thanks for tuning in.
Today we're diving deep into a pretty interesting topic. The business structure behind conspiracy theory.
Oh, so we're talking about how conspiracy theories have become a business.
Exactly. We're looking at the structural reasons why simple answers become products. First thing we need to understand is the revenue structure of conspiracy theory YouTube channels.
Is it different from regular channels?
NIU Cybersecurity Institute did a large-scale study on them.
NIU. So this is legit academic research.
Yeah. According to their findings, conspiracy channels make only about 16% of the ad revenue compared to mainstream channels.
Wait, only 16%? They can barely make money that way.
But here's where it gets interesting. They use alternative monetization methods like Patreon, GoFundMe.
So they've got other ways to make money that don't rely on platform ads?
Exactly! 53% of demonetized channels redirect viewers to these external sites.
More than half are escaping to external platforms. They're basically bypassing the platform's rules.
There's another fascinating data point. Conspiracy channels show about 11 times more deceptive or predatory ads than mainstream channels.
11 times. That's a huge difference. What kind of ads are we talking about?
Like business course ads. They make up 11% of conspiracy content ads, but less than 0.5% of mainstream content.
So that's over 20 times the difference. Why such a huge gap?
The ads are optimized based on audience characteristics.
So the algorithm assumes these tendencies and targets accordingly.
Exactly. Also, monetized conspiracy videos get about 4 times more views than non-monetized ones.
Wait, the monetized ones get more views? That seems backwards.
It's because the algorithm prioritizes videos with ads. Once monetized, they get even more distribution. It's a feedback loop.
So the platform actually pushes them because it makes ad revenue too.
The data from the 2020 COVID pandemic is pretty shocking too.
What happened during the pandemic?
In March 2020, conspiracy theory discussants on Twitter increased 2.4 times, with a peak surge of 422%.
422%! That's over 4 times.
500 English language misinformation sites made an estimated $25 million in AD revenue in 2020.
$25 million from misleading content? That's insane.
You can clearly see in the numbers how social anxiety directly translates to revenue. What's important here is that conspiracy thinking isn't unique to modern time.
So it's been around for a while?
In ancient Rome, thousands were executed on suspicion of sorcery when plagues hit.
Ancient Rome. This goes way back.
The witch hunts that swept Europe from the 15th to 18th centuries had the same structure.
What triggered the witch hunts?
Historical research shows they were linked to social anxiety from bad weather and famine.
So when the weather got bad, they blamed witches.
Sociologist Stanley Cohen defined a framework called moral panic.
Moral panic. What's that concept about?
When society is unstable, people identify certain groups or phenomena as enemies and overreact.
So they create an enemy to resolve their anxiety.
The Salem witch trials, 1950s. Red Scare in America, 1980s. Satanic panic. It keeps repeating in different form.
The Red Scare was about purging communists, right? Same structure.
Academic research shows conspiracy theories increase significantly during social crises, when power structures and behavioral norms change rapidly.
So the more turbulent the times, the more people seek simple explanations.
Exactly. And nowadays, social media algorithms amplify this tendency.
How do algorithms play into this?
A 2024 experimental study proved that X's engagement-based ranking algorithm significantly amplifies emotionally extreme content.
What specific emotions get amplified?
Anger at 0.47 standard deviations. Sadness at 0.22. Anxiety at 0.23. Posts expressing these emotions get prioritized.
Anger gets amplified the most. Seeing the numbers makes it real.
Harmful content gained 27.1% higher visibility than normal content.
So the more extreme it is, the more it's designed to be seen.
The platform's revenue model is designed to maximize user engagement time.
To get likes, shares, and comments, you need to trigger emotions.
Former employees have pointed out that Facebook prioritized emotional reactions like anger and sadness in content ranking.
So this came out through whistleblowers. The company designed it that way.
Conspiracy content is perfectly adapted to this structure. Short, provocative, emotionally charged, and shareable.
So it's optimized for the algorithm. That's why it spreads so easily.
Now let's look at why conspiracy theories work so well as products.
What makes them good product?
First, they have a simple, powerful narrative structure.
Narrative structure. Like how?
Complex social issues get organized into binary opposition. Good versus evil, us versus them.
Oh, like having clear heroes and villains.
To the complex question of why my life is hard, they give a clear answer. Someone's pulling the strings behind the scene.
True. It's easier to believe there's a villain than to understand complex economic structures.
This drastically reduces cognitive load. It's easy because you don't have to think.
What's the second characteristic?
Providing a sense of superiority, that you're one of the awakened ones.
Ah, that feeling of knowing the truth while everyone else is fooled.
Exactly. This sense of awakening is a powerful psychological reward that satisfies self-esteem.
It makes you feel special.
It also connects to a sense of community belonging, creating continuous engagement.
Finding your tribe is huge too.
Third, there's the psychology of anxiety being organized through information.
What does organizing anxiety mean?
In cognitive psychology, there's a tendency called proportionality bias. The idea that big events must have big causes.
Oh, the feeling that something so major couldn't just happen by chance.
Right. When a major event happens, the explanation that someone intended it feels more psychologically satisfying than coincidence.
Coincidence is hard to accept. We want meaning.
Beyond these psychological traits, the monetization models have diversified.
There's more than just Patreon?
Subscription models offer exclusive content for a monthly fee. The setup that truth is only revealed to paying members creates a sense of scarcity and value.
So paying money makes you feel like you're getting special information.
There's also the community model, online salons, and member forums where like-minded people connect.
For people feeling socially isolated, that must be really appealing.
Merchandise, books, and speaking events are also important revenue sources. T-shirts and mugs become ways to express identity as a fellow believer.
Just wearing it signals you're part of the tribe. It strengthens community bonds.
Here's an important point. Susceptibility to conspiracy theories is almost unrelated to intelligence or education level.
Wait, smart people aren't less likely to be fooled?
Actually, Japanese research found that higher income, higher assets, and regular employment correlated with greater belief in COVID conspiracy theories.
That's surprising. Why would that be?
According to cognitive psychology research, multiple cognitive biases contribute to conspiracy belief.
Cognitive biases. What kind specifically?
First, confirmation bias. The tendency to actively seek information, supporting existing beliefs, while ignoring contradictory information.
Once you believe something, you only notice information that reinforces it.
Exactly. Social media algorithms accelerate this.
Filter bubbles and echo chambers, right?
The 2023 White Paper on Information and Communications from Japan's Ministry of Internal Affairs warns that filter bubbles and echo chambers creating information bias could endanger democracy.
So the government recognizes this as a problem.
Besides the proportionality bias we mentioned, there's also intentionality bias.
What's intentionality bias?
The tendency to perceive intention or planning even in random events. Humans instinctively wonder if someone planned this.
Is that an ability we developed through evolution?
Yes. These abilities evolved for detecting danger, identifying enemies, and navigating social dynamics. But they sometimes malfunction in our information-overloaded modern society.
So abilities that helped us survive back then can backfire now.
Even more important are emotional factors like anxiety, loneliness, and distrust of society.
Emotions have more influence.
When social connections weaken and trust in existing institutions and authorities declines, the psychological demand for alternative narratives increases.
So lonelier people are more likely to seek belonging in conspiracy communities.
Conspiracy communities provide belonging and meaning to such people.
And the business model targets exactly that.
A 2021 Japanese survey.
1 in 4. This isn't just a fringe problem.
That's right. It's important to understand this as a structure anyone can get caught in.
朝一では言う最新版本当のやつ X を開くその瞬間カチッと心に録音言字が許されるのはメアリーがいない今だけ関数は腐り F は関心もそして上司はビマルが愚信者エクセル刑務所足した国家のシートの数へ用途列に挟まれてどこにもない価値を必死で演してる金銭の中で生きてるふり今日も関数に詰まって辛抱ぜピボットテーブルごとをそしてマクロが暴れ出せ
So how do experts think we should address this problem?
Is media literacy education effective?
Meta-analysis studies confirm moderate effectiveness of media literacy education. Effect size around D equals 0.6.
Moderate means reasonably effective?
Especially for improving misinformation identification at D equals 0.76. And reducing sharing at D equals 1.04, which shows strong effects.
Stopping the spread has the biggest effect. Makes it less likely to be shared.
But there are important limitations. Half the studies analyzed showed no effect.
Half showed no effect? That's rough.
What effective studies had in common was intervening before people were exposed to conspiracy theories.
So once they already believe it, the effect is weaker.
Exactly. Post-belief intervention, called debunking, has limited effectiveness.
So we have to prevent it beforehand.
A preventive inoculation approach called pre-bunking is recognized as crucial.
Like a vaccine, building immunity in advance.
Penn State research shows that brief educational interventions about scientific literacy can increase resistance to new conspiracy theories.
Even brief interventions work. What's the content like?
The key isn't teaching what's correct, but sharing how to think.
Not the answer, but the thinking process.
Experts point out an important distinction. The critical difference between investigative journalism and conspiracy theories is verifiability.
Verifiability. How are they different?
In investigative journalism, sources are checked and claims are verified. Lack of evidence or contradictions lead to revised conclusions.
So mistakes get corrected.
But for conspiracy theorists, the conspiracy's existence isn't a hypothesis to test, it's an unshakable premise. Contradictory evidence gets interpreted as proof of cover-up.
So even opposing evidence just becomes part of the conspiracy.
Looking at history, actual illegal activities and cover-ups have been exposed through solid journalism, official investigations, and whistleblower.
Like, Watergate?
Right. Watergate, Enron's, accounting fraud, NSA surveillance programs, all revealed through patient reporting and brave whistleblowing.
Have conspiracy theorists actually exposed any scandals?
It's been pointed out that not a single scandal has actually been exposed by conspiracy theorists.
Not even one? That's shocking.
So what does the future look like? Let's explore that.
AI technology seems relevant here.
Exactly. AI development could bring a new dimension to the conspiracy theory business.
Like deepfakes.
Deepfake technology is making it increasingly easy to create fake evidence video.
That's scary. You won't be able to tell what's real.
Meanwhile, AI detection technology and verification tools are also developing. It'll be an arms race.
What about platform regulation?
Discussions are progressing in various countries, but balancing it with freedom of expression is a difficult challenge.
Too much regulation could suppress legitimate criticism.
Excessive regulation risks suppressing legitimate criticism and discussion, so a careful approach is needed.
So what can individuals do?
Making certain questions habitual is important.
What specific questions?
First, is this information stoking my anxiety or helping me make calm judgments?
Watch out for information that just triggers emotions.
Next, is it arranging evidence to fit a predetermined conclusion? Is it just collecting convenient information because the answer was decided from the start?
So whether it's about persuasion rather than verification.
How it handles contradictory evidence is also important. Does it dismiss opposing views as cover-ups or manipulation?
Whether they're honestly considering it becomes an indicator of information quality.
And how does this information source make money? Being aware of the business model reveals why the information is presented that way.
Follow the money, huh? Makes sense.
Healthy critical thinking means continuing to question, while the conspiracy theory business sells answers. This distinction is crucial.
Doubting itself isn't bad, but you shouldn't let that doubt be commodified.
Doubting is intellectually healthy. Not blindly trusting authority, checking multiple sources, asking why we can say that.
That's essential in a democratic society.
The problem is the business model that commodifies that doubt and sells it as answers. Let's wrap this up. What do you think the key takeaway is from everything we've discussed?
It's not conspiracy theories themselves, but the structure that turns them into business.
Exactly. The problem isn't conspiracy theories, but the structure that enables selling simple answers in anxious times.
They're exploiting human psychological traits.
Humans naturally prefer clear narratives over complex reality, and want to be on the awakened side. These are cognitive traits, nothing to be ashamed of.
So anyone can get caught because everyone has these traits.
Exactly. Witch hunts and red scares were phenomena where anxious societies found enemies to regain stability. Modern conspiracy theory business is the same human psychology, in a different form.
So mocking specific people doesn't help.
Right. It's important to understand this as a structure anyone can be drawn into.
Digital technology and algorithms amplifying it is huge too.
Platform revenue models are designed to favor emotionally provocative content.
So what can we do?
Recognize the difference between continuing to question and buying answers. Value your own judgment.
Doubting isn't bad, but you don't need to outsource that doubt and have someone convert it into answers.
Facing uncertainty while continuing to think for yourself. That's the most reliable way to protect yourself in the flood of information.
It takes courage to admit you don't know.
But that's the honest approach. People who claim to know everything are actually more suspicious.
True. Wow. Watch out for people selling easy answers.
What do you all think about this top? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.
We might even reply directly to some commenters.
Alright, that's it for today's deep dive. We took a thorough look at the business structure of conspiracy theories.
Watch out for easy answers, basically.
Let's keep questioning. See you next time.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.